In this video, I'm going to talk about how to predict data on a scientific graph. When we predict data, we either use the process of interpolation or the process of extrapolation. They're similar processes, but let's look at what makes them different. When we are predicting a point that is within the range of actual data, this yellow region shown here, then we are doing interpolation. Inter means in between or within. So anytime you're predicting a data point that is between two existing data points, that is interpolation. When you are predicting a point that is outside of the range of your known data, then you are doing extrapolation. The prefix extra basically means outside. So the yellow regions shown here, those are areas where we would be extrapolating data. Let's look at an example of how this is done. Whether we are interpolating or extrapolating, we use basically the same method. If I want to know what is the value of the dependent variable when the independent variable has the value shown by the orange arrow, first I would go straight up from that point until I meet my trend line, and then I would go straight across from that point on the trend line until I meet my axis on the dependent variable. That value right there on the dependent variable axis would be my predicted value of the dependent variable when my independent variable has that other value. In this case, what I just did is I did extrapolation because I'm outside my range of data. Let's look at an example on a real graph. This graph shows the effect of temperature on the volume of a gas. If we heat a gas, it expands, the volume gets greater. If we cool a gas, the volume decreases. If I want to know what is the volume of the gas when the temperature is about negative 120 degrees Celsius, from that point, negative 120 degrees Celsius, I go straight up until I hit my trend line, straight across until I intercept my axis, and that's going to give me my value. In this case, the value is about 125 milliliters. In this case, I was doing extrapolation because I am outside of my range of data. Another example on the same graph is, what if we want to know the value of the volume of the gas when the temperature is about 50 degrees Celsius? Once again, I go straight up until I hit my trend line, straight across until I hit my y-axis. That value right there is about 275 milliliters. So I'm predicting that when the temperature is 50 degrees Celsius, this gas has a volume of 275 milliliters. I am predicting a point that is between known data points within my range of known data. So in this case, it is an interpolated point. In general, when we are interpolating, our values are more reliable because they're between two known points. When we're extrapolating, we don't necessarily know where that trend line goes. So any points that we're predicting by extrapolation are likely to be less accurate or less reliable. That's all.